Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to OccultCatTv. I'm your host, O'Shea, as well. You can call me Atanu or Cool Cat, whatever you desire. So, let's get into the video. Today, I'm covering Gnosticism. Yaldabaoth. What is the demiurge? So, I'm going to help you guys to understand the alchemical concept of the demiurge, Yaldabaoth, the first that was spawned into this matrix that understood what it was, and then from that chose to enslave everything as a war god. This comes from Gnosticism. I haven't really truly read full Gnostic scripture. I'm not studied in that way, but I channel and work with the deities and the beings. So when it came to Yaldabaoth, what happened was goddess Sophia, right? And I'm going to be saying this in archetypes and parables so that you can better understand it as a concept. And then from understanding it as a concept, you can use what I tell you to negate its effects upon you. Because the demiurge is, in a sense, real. And there's many aspects and layers to it. So Sophia, the goddess of wisdom, right? She was Yeshua's, or the Christ's, counterpart. The Christ incarnated, did his thing, left. She incarnated late because she wasn't supposed to incarnate, right? So it's already, she wasn't supposed to do something, but yet did it. It's the same with having Yaldabaoth, right? She had a kid, but yet she wasn't supposed to in that way. When Yeshua ascended, she was left with nothing. She was suffering, right? Her twin flame already ascended, so she couldn't cope with that. Try to understand that. Literally, like, no one, you will love no one else in your life, and you saw the one person that you're supposed to love or be with just ascend. So in a sense, out of that pain, she has a immaculate conception, where she induces birth within herself using her kundalini energy, right? From that spawned Yaldabaoth. That spawned the demiurge. So the demiurge comes from Sophia, comes from wisdom, but it is the distortion or the dissolution of source. That is why also when we look at source, it is above Kether and Thamael in Ein and Ein Sof, right? In the background, Ein Sof, right? The land of archetypes. How am I trying to express this to you? Through an archetype. I'm using not actual gnosis, physical gnosis. I'm using more of what I understand, and then I'm merging with archetypes to explain and tell a story. As we continue, Yaldabaoth being born, he was born out of sin, right? He was born out of, he is a distortion of this reality. So source came into this reality as true source, and then he's the distortion of it. So imagine a really empowered God that does not know what he is, and then he finds out what he is in this matrix, right? He realizes that he has the abilities of, these demon kings, right? He has the ability to control and manipulate the matrix to the point that people have to obey him, that have to do what they say. This is why Yaldabaoth, or the demiurge, is so potent in our society, is so rampant, because it's those energies. They've been here since the beginning, and they're trying to get rid of the soul, get rid of soul light. And in a sense, that is the demiurge. But if we're going to push that farther to an occultist perspective, the demiurge is your ego. The demiurge is this whole realm. Yaldabaoth created this realm as a playground, right? So if we are in the matrix, if we are in Yaldabaoth's playground, but we are true source, this means that we are the true ruler. We have a say in what happens in our reality. We dictate our fate. The only thing that does not is your ego, your limitations, your false beliefs. Why are you born with limitations and false beliefs? I don't think the true creator would want something like that, right? It's because we're in a game. You're in a game where you are limited because you are in someone else's realm, but you are in the realm that you originally created. You are Sophia in your kid's realm, right? Forgetting that you are Sophia, forgetting that you are, you could say, well, the Christ, but forgetting that you are the true essence of Source, right? So it's at this same time that Yeshua was ascending and giving birth to Sophia was giving birth to Yaldabaoth, that he understood what he was frame by frame, like in another frame. He was understanding and growing into what, like knowing what he was. And then from that, because he's so immensely powerful, but he's a distortion, he has Source and the ability to wield Source, but he is distorted in nature because of his ego. And this is what Yaldabaoth is. This is why we fight every day for our soul and understanding who we are. Because our ego is always trying to manipulate us unless we dissolve it, unless we control it, right? Unless we discipline ourselves. And I control my own mind. I control my thoughts, my actions. I'm disciplined, right? Beelzebub, what's up? Riza said I am disciplined. He knows. He knows. I've been putting in work, bro. So yeah, with that, guys, that was the demiurge, Gnosticism, understanding what's running this matrix. So now you should re, reverse engineer that construct and try to understand it so that you can consume it and then transmute it and use that energy for your benefit. If you know what controls the matrix, you can now control the matrix. And with that, guys, have a beautiful day. If you would like any consultations or a tarot card reading, let me know. You can just message me in the bottom. And with that, guys, as well, you can hit me up on You can hit me up on OccultCatTv for readings or consultations. Again, that is OccultCatTv@gmail.com. With that, guys, have a beautiful day. Peace. I'm out.